welcome back, guys, to episode 13 of the Table This for Later podcast. We have a pretty special guest to my left, big Brendan GameDog Media, the king of all the cuties, the man you need at your wedding party or event for cinematography.
Yeah.
Cinematography. I'll be mogging them, baby.
Nah. Welcome, Brendan, bro. How are you?
Hey, thanks for having me, boys. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's
Appreciate
good to
the
see you.
love coming on. I feel special, very special.
And how's your morning been?
Yeah, it's been a good morning, actually.
Yeah.
It hasn't really, but I'm trying to trick my mind into thinking that. Just currently battling some leg sciatic pain.
Yeah.
But it's all right. You know, things like this get you out of the house and it sort of forces you. If I didn't have anything planned otherwise, then I'd probably just rot in bed.
Yeah.
So it was time for gym. So thank you, boys, for having me out. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you're watching, I am GameDog. Now you know my full name, my govy name.
Oh,
Thanks, bro. I
shit.
appreciate that. That's all
We
love.
just edited that one
That's
out.
all love, bro.
Yeah, big GameDog. What's that name from? Where'd you create this name, GameDog?
Full transparency, I guess the traditional sense of what a game dog is, it's a working dog.
Yeah.
So it's a dog with like a purpose and a job. So you might be a shepherding dog, a retriever,
Yeah.
a Rottweiler, something to guard. So, but it's in essence, there's another term for a game dog, and it comes from like fighting dogs, right?
Yeah.
And then when you have this thing called a game dog, gameness is just described as heart.
Yeah.
Heart in the sense that the dog would rather die than quit.
Yeah, right.
And
That's tough. That's tough.
And for someone
Yeah.
like me, I guess that embodies everything that I want to be. I wouldn't say I am
Yeah.
game.
It's what you strive to be, though.
Yeah.
Strive your business to be, sort of thing.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
sort of the things that we want to film, right? So that's why we film like the fighters, the boxers, the bodybuilders, those who push the things to the limits, right? Those extremes
Yeah.
that sort of step outside of that box or status quo. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm going for it. So that's where Game Dog comes from. It's like heart, drive. I'd rather die than quit. Like you can't keep me down. Even if I'm losing, I feel like I'm winning, you know?
Yeah, because I checked out all your branding and stuff when I first saw you on social media, and like the whole GameDog media with your logos and stuff looks sick, and it looks like it's that real hardcore vibe, and I feel like the material that you create, like the bodybuilding images and stuff that you produce, are like real hardcore, and it's almost like real gritty, like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
of the footage and the clips that you make, and love all the boxing content too. Boxing
Yeah.
content's sick.
Nah, the boxing's sick, man. I think it's something about like the shadows and that darkness and
Yeah.
and how it contrasts, right? Like you've got shadows on one side and the light on the other side, and it does something for me, bro. Like when I operate under that Game Dog thing, I don't want to say it's like an alter ego, but it's definitely not like a personal brand.
Yeah.
Even though personal brands are important in this, I want it to be just Game Dog, like highlighting something. I want to capture it and create it, but I don't necessarily want to be affiliated or recognized with it. Like I just want the work to speak for itself, like hardcore, no mercy.
Yeah,
run it.
yeah, definitely. Because I feel like anyone that's watching and hasn't seen your stuff should check out your page, because even if it's not bodybuilding and boxing and stuff, the images that you make are like always super bright, always super saturated. Like there's a specific look to it. And I think you were like explaining it to me online that you shoot in a certain style and then add all the colors in afterwards. I'll probably sound like an idiot because most photographers probably do that. But I feel like, all your images look fucking crisp as.
Yeah, like the terminology is called shooting in RAW, like if it's for photo, or shooting in log if it's for video. But there's a thing where, I'll describe my style as dramatic portraiture. So it's not necessarily what you would see in person, but it's dramatized to get like that real effect and that emotion, because people say, there's this one saying that I heard and it really stuck with me. It says, the photo captures what you saw, the edit captures what you felt.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to feel. I want to portray not just a look, but a certain feel, like grit, intensity, relentless. Like the definition of relentless is to be unceasingly intense.
Yeah.
Hey, like that's mad. And if I can capture something in that moment of time, then that's my job done.
Yeah, that's sick.
So when you had the idea of Game Dog and you're making the company, is it company business?
It's something, bro. I don't know. It's a movement, bro.
Yeah, it's a movement. So did you always set out to capture boxing, weightlifting, all that? Like that was the goal? Or did you dibble dabble with like, I don't know, start off with just any sort of cinematography, weddings, music videos? Have you done a bit of everything? Or?
I've done a bit of everything, but what's funny is what actually started it was travel content, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it didn't start from sport at all, but I think I seen, Jaden Lang? Yeah, I watched one of his videos when he was in New Zealand and he was at that outdoor onsen.
Yeah.
And I was watching it at work. I was like, I'm going there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just went to the
Just
bathroom, bro. I booked
spontaneous.
I booked the onsen and I booked the flight tickets, and I was like, oh well, I've been wanting to shoot and capture stuff for a while. So like the next day, I went and bought a camera, and
Yeah.
then just like deep dived into everything, and then I guess GameDog started as a way to travel the world for free. As crazy as it sounds, and then it just evolved from there. I seen the value that I could bring.
Yeah.
And because Game Dog is about, being relentless and, being intense, having no mercy, I could actually provide value in rooms that I wouldn't necessarily belong in.
Yeah.
So me not being a boxer or a bodybuilder,
Bodybuilder.
I couldn't hang with IFBB pros and
Yeah.
world title holders, right?
Gotcha.
But because I have a camera,
Yeah.
I can provide value to these dudes. In exchange, I can get around them and see their mindset,
get
see their
access.
lives.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'll be just straight up. Like, I was real jealous of, like, seeing you in around those bodybuilding circles where, like, me and some of the boys have always been into bodybuilding, love that sport, love like the grind, the hustle that it takes to
Yeah.
be a bodybuilder. But the people that do it professionally, they're just on another level. But I'd never find myself around those people.
for sure.
And then I see you going down to Melbourne and in around those circles, and you're at Doherty's gym, and
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. You're around the owner who's a
Yeah,
legend.
Tony Doherty,
Who's
big
a
TD.
legend in that community.
Yeah, it was sick, man. I think it was maybe 3-4 weeks ago. They gave me a trial as part of like the IFBB Australia media team.
Yeah,
So I got to shoot nationals as my first show, and man, it was just mental. So
Yeah.
shout out to TD, shout out to NAEFLEX.
Yeah.
But I went down there and I'm sort of doing like my understudy under Nae. She's helping me sort of get to where I want to be. And I see Nae as NAEFLEX. If you don't know who that is, search her up.
Yeah.
But I see her as the best photographer for bodybuilding in Australia.
Yeah.
And to be able to have that access or see someone that sees something in you and sort of be like, all right, cool, I see where you want to go. I can take you there.
Yeah.
If you will do this, I can do this, and then we can go there.
Is she right up there? Is she usually shooting at all those big events?
So she runs the IFBB media team for Australia.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, man. And she just got back from the Olympia. She shot the Olympia.
Yeah,
Just it's
Damn.
mental, bro.
that's sick.
I'm so thankful for social media. I think we can take bad parts from it too, like overuse and dopamine saturation, but just the way that the world can be connected right now. Like we wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for social media, would
yeah,
it?
Bro, 100%. It's actually crazy, and you're right. Yeah, you can get caught up in social media and just like rotting your brain.
Yeah.
And it can be very negative, just constantly like comparing yourselves to other people and lives that you see online. But in another sense, it's a sick way to create things and to show people a certain life, whether it's a life that you live or a life that I live, without having that ego attached. Like, my life is so great because I'm doing
For
this.
sure.
Because I feel like anyone with like a bit of intelligence understands that everything online isn't how it's set out to be.
Yeah.
But it is a good way to express how you're feeling at a certain moment or what you're doing at a certain moment, which is sick. Like photography in your world, in a sense, I've always been interested in the army. I've always taken photos on my phone, taken videos, try to capture like a memory. And all my mates have been like, "You're a weirdo. Like, you're trying to get evidence on us. Like, if the boys are on a bender and they're doing drugs and they shouldn't be, and I'm like videoing them, they're like, can't delete that." But it's like, nah, it's memories. It's just, and it doesn't have to be drugs, just anything,
Just
right?
war crimes.
Just nah. And then now I think, I see all these old photos and stuff, and I always think, I wish I created more. I wish I captured more images. Having a business where you can sort of do that for people is insane.
Yeah.
Because, for myself, if I was to throw an event, I'm not really going to be running around capturing the best sort of images. But if someone like yourself is there and just has a vision
For
and
sure.
just has that sort of style, and then you can create something like incredible that I'm going to be able to like look at, and my family's going to be able to look at for life. That's sick.
Yeah. No, it is good, bro. Like, I mean, I do a lot of the sports stuff, and that's my main bread and butter. But I did a 40th the other week,
Yeah.
and then he was like, "Bro, are you coming?" And I took ages to get back to him. Like, I was between Melbourne and Brisbane.
Yeah.
And I messaged him. I was like, "It's next week, isn't it?" He's like, "Nah, it's this weekend." I was like, "Oh," but I made it there, and then he's like, "I hope you're coming." And I'm proposing to my partner there. So that was just like, that was sick, man. I was like, all right, cool. As your birthday gift, I'll bring the camera, I'll record, I'll put some stuff together for you. But just those opportunities, man, to feel, I feel like there's so much wrong stuff going on in the world, and it's important to be intentional about, what you feed your eyes, what you feed your mind, your heart,
Oh, definitely.
your soul, your ears, those types of things. So it's good to have that opportunity. What a lot of you might not know is prior to this, I had like a complete different career. Like I was working for Queensland Health in like a specialist drug addictions team.
Yeah.
And then I was coming from like a lived experience. So from 18 to 22 or so, I was bad into drugs. Like I just started smoking weed with the boys and then just
Gateway drug, mate.
That's how it
man,
started.
bro. And it was just on tap. And then yeah, everything was free. Then some of the boys started getting locked up, and like guns and stuff were getting involved. And I had a pretty serious relationship that broke down. And I found my faith again.
Yeah.
Like I was at rock bottom. And I was like, the only place I can retrace my steps to where everything felt full and whole was church. And then that kicked off for me. And then I actually went to ministry college.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I did a diploma in ministry.
What do you like? What do you do there? Because I love this topic of like faith and stuff. Because I noticed that you go to church, and I didn't think that was something that you're into. But what is ministry? Because I asked because I joined the church at the start of this year, just trying to like seek faith or like I knew there was something. I've never grown up religious.
Yeah.
Never been to church. But yeah, I just started having these weird thoughts, and I didn't even know what denominations were, and I didn't even understand any of it, sort of thing. But I knew it was something I wanted to learn. But so, like, what is becoming a ministry or?
Yeah, so I guess that's the simplest way to define it, like ministry college. But it's just like uni, bro. And you'll go through like Old Testament surveys, New Testament surveys, hermeneutics, which is like the interpretation and context of the Bible. So I guess what we like to do is we like to take the Bible and just read it and say that's what it means. But the Bible's split up into like the first 5 books is what you call the law.
Yeah.
And then you have wisdom and poetry or literature.
Yeah.
Then you have the gospel, which is like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Then you have the epistles. And then you have like prophecy at the end, which is the book of Revelation. So not everything's intended to be literal.
Yeah.
Like when you read Proverbs or Psalms, it's wisdom and poetry, literature.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, I'm big on environment, right? Like I started GameDog to get into these types of environments that I wouldn't be. At that time of my life, I just needed more of God.
Right.
And it just made sense to go to a place where everyone was thinking about God, everyone wanted God. So I just, environment's the biggest factor, right? Like the 5 people you hang around, the common
100%.
denomination. So I went there and I did that, and I thought I wanted to do like ministry as a vocation. And I guess until Q2 or Q3 of this year, I was sort of like leading like the young adults at my church, so pastoring there.
Yeah.
But there's been some point of confliction and contention with my own personal self, and like what I'm doing with my work. Is what I'm doing with my work godly? Is it a reflection? Like it's like this internal battle.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm trying to figure that out, but I didn't want to figure that out with all of that added pressure of like, performative Christianity or things like that. Like I just wanted to figure life out for myself, because I guess the past 8 years I've worked to support other people and fill their cups and support them. Like I've done, mental health work, I've done addictions work, done disability employment. And I felt like this year when I went to Japan, I took some time out. And I was just like, man, I just want to do something for myself.
Yeah.
And I felt so guilty saying that. Like I felt so guilty saying, I just want to be selfish for a bit. So it's like the way things come about, man, it's not always in like a straight pattern, but sometimes it's side steps, and even sometimes it's backwards steps.
Yeah.
So trying to figure out like what faith looks like for me in my life right now. Like I'm battling between not having the luxury of choosing the work that you want to do, because you got to earn you got to earn your stuff, right? You got to do the reps, and then you earn your keep. Yeah. But then I'm like, oh, where's your faith if you're compromising on your faith? Like I thought God will provide.
Yeah. Dude, that's like, it's crazy just like hearing that. And I know you have a crazy interesting life just from the outside looking in, and know a bit about you just from like kind of the same sort of upbringing all 3 of us have like lived. And so 100% I can agree. I can understand, the sort of life that you live from what you said, 18 to 22 and whatnot. But on that faith topic, coming into a church, I didn't know anything. And I have a really good mentor down in Adelaide and a really good mentor up here in Queensland that brought me into the church up here in Ipswich, and they have one down the Gold Coast. And teaching me everything. And dude, I didn't even know what the Bible was. I just thought it was a book you read front to back. Yeah. And they're like, nah, start at Matthew, John, Luke. And I'm like, who are these people? Like, you know what I mean? It was real strange for me, like from the outside coming in, never, like I don't know anything about religion and stuff like that. But I just knew, like you were saying, I want to be good in life, or I want to become good. I know I'm not good. And the only way to become good or to be better is to be around better people than myself. And we all know that. It's definitely like there's a no-brainer, right? You hang around with drug addicts, you're going to become a drug addict. you're naive to think if you hang around with a bunch of mates who gamble, you're not going to gamble.
Yeah.
So I knew joining a church, I didn't care about what church was in a way, like the whole culty, like alhamdulillah, whatever you do. Sorry if I'm being disrespectful to anyone. I just knew I wanted to be around like-minded people
Yeah.
that like wanted to be good, didn't want to steal, didn't want to cheat, didn't want to, throw other people under the bus for money or any sort of
War crimes.
war crimes, right? And it was good. It was good, like joining a church and like, man, for once in my life, it was like, stop trying to focus on you being in control and I need to get here and I need to get there and I need to do this. And I'm always trying to plan, or if I do it this way, this might happen and stuff. And for one of the first times in my life, I was like we're like guided to just like put your trust in God.
Yeah.
And it's like, no way. I've never had anyone have my back. Like I have to have my back. And in a period of like 3 months, I just like fully submitted to like, yeah, whatever happens, happens. And then I moved back up here to Queensland from Adelaide and, rekindle with all the loved ones up here, family, meet my beautiful partner, get into some sort of like good work that I'm doing. And within 3 months, I was like, wow, like things just happened and I wasn't really in control of it. But then it got to a point where, I want to worship God or I want to have a strong faith in God and stuff like that. And I'd almost become embarrassed if I reverted or did something that I knew was sinful. And it's like, man, who am I? I'm a poser. Like I'm a pretender. Like I say I want to do this, but then my actions say otherwise. And then, I stopped going to church for a couple of weeks. And then it's almost like I don't want to go back there because I don't want to feel like embarrassed, like I come crawling back sort of thing. And I spoke to some of the mentors and stuff like that, the boys in the church, and they're just like to explain, like, nah, it will never be like that. Everyone has their own journey, and you're always going to feel like that.
For sure.
So that whole confliction of doing something in life, and whether it's like ungodly or, would God think you're doing the right thing is, something that I've experienced like majorly. It's like you want to be good, and then you feel so shit and bad when. Even if you have thoughts, even if you don't act on it, bro, just the thoughts and you obviously know so much more than me. And I did like 1 or 2 Bible studies. I wish I did more, and I will do more because it's something like I need to learn. I want to learn front to back everything. But there's scripture that says something like, correct me if I'm wrong, even thoughts of lust or thoughts of infidelity are sins. Like you are sinning.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Which to me is crazy, bro, because I've just always been brought up to be like, you're a human. Your natural instinct to think if something is desirable, it's desirable. Like, don't do it because that's wrong.
Yeah.
But then even having that thought is sinful. It's, it gets strange.
Yeah.
And it literally wigged me out. I was like, I got so overwhelmed and anxious about like religion and faith and like, I want to be good, but there's just so many like rules and I'm a bad person and I can never be like reformed and I'm just a born sinner. And then people say, we are all sinners sort of thing. That's why Jesus died on the cross for our sins. And bro, that's a crazy life, but not a crazy life in like a negative way, just like a crazy.
It's different to what we knew.
Just like what all 3 of us grew up and we probably all have like definitely have different opinions about religion and life, but we come cut from the same cloth near it, like thereabouts. And it's a crazy, interesting life. Like I feel like a life that like I want to get into, and I see that you're in it, and I see that you go to church, and you know so much. Like I didn't even know what Old Testament and New Testament was, a few months ago.
I think what's reassuring for me, I guess, when we talk about like thoughts and doing these things and shame and conviction and guilt, is like the Apostle Paul, right? So initially, before he was like a follower of Jesus, he was a murderer of everyone who was like following Jesus.
Yeah.
And then he had this point where like he lost it. He had this crazy point.
Yeah.
And then he comes to say this one verse that gives me all of this reassurance when I'm feeling like this doubt and shame and angst. And it's like, the things that I wish to do, I don't do.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that I shouldn't do, I do.
Mm.
And if you think about Paul, he brought the gospel to all Asia Minor, and probably the Apostle Paul's the reason why we have the Bible right now in Australia.
Yeah, right.
And this guy who's so responsible for spreading the gospel all around the world faced these same things that we do.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. Because what he says is like, imitate me as I imitate Christ.
Yeah.
And I think like in the hierarchy, like Paul is up there. Like Jesus, of course, Jesus number 1.
Yeah.
But then you think of like the apostles and things like that and the disciples, Paul's up there. And for him to have that transparency where he's like, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I get it wrong, but I still come to God.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing there. Like, I still come to God. Despite everything that I go through, despite being a wicked, sick man, whatever it is, I still come to God.
Yeah.
So that for me, like, in this current time, because I'm like you, bro, I like to have everything plotted out, planned, structured. I like to be in control.
Or there's like anxiety if it's not.
Yeah,
Like
that unknown.
There's that fear of the unknown. You're right. Like that stress of, fuck, bro, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I got rent to pay. I got a mortgage now or something. If this doesn't happen, I'm, you know.
Yeah, where are we going?
Yeah.
So, like, for me, I'm not really doing it right now because I don't know what this year's looked like.
Yeah.
But prior to this, I had everything until 2042 written on a goals vision board.
Yeah, shit.
Holy, that far ahead.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And like I had 5 whiteboards. I had all of that planned out.
Bro, it's just like a
Yeah.
detective's room, just like
Right.
dot points and strings and
Well,
graphs and statistics.
Has everything been coming to fruition?
nah,
No.
because I'm not even in that industry anymore.
Right. Okay.
But what happened is when I came back to finding God, so I also had like this massive monk moment where I shaved my head, I got rid of my phone, and I lost like 70 kilos.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I lost like 70 kilos. I'd listen to like Andy Frisella podcast on repeat all day.
Yeah.
Like
And how long did this last?
probably that initial phase was like a year. I lost
Yeah.
70 kilos and I held the weight off for like 4 years. And then that next step when I started uni or ministry college, I was working or I was trying to work full time and study full time. And then we went into COVID shortly after. And being so structured and routine, I couldn't deal with not having the ability to go to the gym or to go live a normal. And I crumbled, man. Like, it destroyed me. So it was a blessing in another sense because it helped me to be like adaptable, you know, and fluent with the way that I do things.
Mm.
But I know that I strive in structure, but I become like toxic, man.
Yeah.
Like a tunnel vision, and I just, you know, Andy Frisella, like,
Nah.
check him out. He
Yeah.
runs like the MFCEO podcast, but you would have heard his voice on like heaps of Instagram reels.
Right.
And he's just like, it doesn't matter what you want it to be. You know, you just need to do it. It is what it is right in front of you. And that was me. So whenever I felt like a thought or a feeling, oh, this isn't ideal, this sucks, I'd be like, whatever, it is what it is. Just suck it up and get through it. But naturally that would like seep out into my relationships and my friendships.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'd be like, I don't care what you think it needs to be.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
So suck
Nah,
up.
I feel that too, bro.
I
I
was
feel like
toxic,
you
man.
can be so driven on something that
Yeah.
you will just neglect other things in your life.
Yeah.
And right, as men trying to juggle so many different things and you're trying to fill so many different cups, being a father, being a partner, being a business person, being fit, like mentally and physically, you can like lose yourself trying to fill all these different cups. So sometimes we want to just be like, nah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going
Less
to
is
fill
more.
these 2 cups, and then those 3 other cups go empty and kind of fall to the wayside.
Yeah.
And bro,
But I find whenever I give into that and I start pouring into my own cup, I just end up feeling guilty and shameful.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's
damn, like, what am I
tough, man.
doing? Like, I should be with my kids. I should be doing like showing up for my partner more. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a catch-22 almost. It's like I get to those breaking points too, where I'll just be like, feel like I'm doing so much for everyone else, and I was like, I'm just gonna be selfish now.
Yeah.
Trying to like, do what I want to do, and then I'll do it for an hour,
Mm.
and then I'm just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck am I doing, bro? Back in the car, back home. Sorry guys, I was gone.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
don't want the gym. I want you.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like I can just, and I can't speak for you, but like just go manic in a thought, and then I'll just go away for an hour or two, just go do that gym session or just go do that one thing, and then I'll just snap out of it like, bro, what am I thinking? Just have a sleep, wake up,
Ooh,
and then
sleep's good.
just wake up and be like, what was that deranged thought? And then you're so much clearer and like, nah, this is what's more important. My priority is my family, then work, then leisure, hobbies, whatnot. Sometimes we can like get it jumbled, but hearing about your faith and stuff like that is super interesting. Well, you're coming into faith, because you touched on like how you had a pretty sketchy like teenage life and whatnot. Was it because of that life you were living that like led you directly back into the church, or how did that happen? Was it an epiphany? Was it wake up one morning, or over time?
So from like, I guess the formative years, like 7 to 12ish, we were sort of in a church.
Yeah.
And then when I was a teenager, my mum couldn't really force me to go to church. I sort of went away. But I think I was in like a 7-year relationship, bro.
Yeah.
And it was just such a cyclic thing, like love each other, fight,
Well,
hate each other, make up, love each other, fight. And largely it was me. Like I ruined that one, and I copped that. And that's, stuff that I'll have to live with for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But I was just like, man, something's got to change, hey.
Yeah,
And
dog.
the craziest thing is, you know, when you're younger and you're immature and you don't have that emotional intelligence or that, you know,
You're just
accountability.
naivety, just naive to
Yeah.
so many things, eh?
I was like, oh, we'll go to church and God will fix her. Like she was, like she was typical.
She's the issue, not me.
Yeah, man. And we went to church, and I don't know what denomination you're a part of, bro, but we went to church and they did what they call as an altar call, right? And it's like, oh, you know, if you want to give your life to God, I want to give you this opportunity. You can come up, and, you know, we'll pray for you.
Yeah. Not a baptism. What is it?
Nah, not a baptism. Like they'll just lay hands on you and pray for you.
Yeah.
But I knew how this works, right? Because I spoke Christianese and I'd been there in life.
Christianese?
Yeah. You know, you just know
Where's
all of
legal?
like
Oh,
the church.
like the lingo.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I was like, what? There's a language going on there?
And so we both went up, and the pastor was like this chubby, fat, white dude. Sorry, Pastor Sean, if you listen to this. And,
But he wouldn't have known it was him until you said his name.
No, he would have known. And he was bored, and he just, man, I've been in a ton of these things where it's happened, but I've never had this, and I've never seen it before either. And he calls me up and he looks me up and down, and then he doesn't pray for me, eh?
Shit.
And I'm just like, what? And he asked me this weird question, bro. Like, I've never seen it happen, but he's like, do you have a dad? I was like, nah. And man, this broke.
That's pretty rude.
Bro,
Yeah, wait, you just said that in front of everyone, bro.
Nah.
wait for it, bro. Like, this
Sure.
broke me, eh? Like,
Yeah.
he looks me up and down. He opens his arms and he's like, come here, son. Man, I just got
Bro,
whacked,
goosebumps on
bro.
my face.
I
Right.
just got whacked, man. I was bawling my eyes out and I was straight in there, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what overcame me. Like, yeah, my dad was absent, but I never held it against him. Like, I never felt
Yeah.
like I was missing anything.
Yeah,
But
but
for
deep
this-
down, bro.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And like, yeah, the rest is history. And they were like, you know, all the pastors there, they ride Harleys and it's like a men's church and it's like
Yeah.
cop it on the chin, like accountability. And I
Yeah.
copped some hard lessons there, man. But I think that was what was needed
Yeah.
in that time as I was becoming a man, right? Like I needed that tough love. I needed that accountability.
Yeah.
And oh, man, but for him to ask me that was like, that's one of the biggest key moments of my life in my
Bro, that's
adulthood,
heavy,
just
eh?
having that happen.
Because I feel like as young males, right, you even if you're not acknowledging whatever's there, if you're not even aware that
Yeah.
something's an issue, a lot of times there is issues there, and you
For
don't
sure.
sort of address it until it's too late, until you've ruined a few relationships or you've ruined yourself, or heaven forbid, like you end up in prison or you
Mhm.
make some wrong choices in life, and then you really start thinking like, oh wow, it's because growing up I never had like
Yeah.
a figure that kept me safe, and I always have to be that safety for myself and come across aggressive, and that's led
For
me
sure.
to fights and violence and stuff like that. But it is,
Fight or flight,
yeah,
lose that reasoning.
yeah. And in a way, like joining a church is just a good way, like a good substitute for psychology, right? Like I've been to psychologists and stuff like that, and spoken to people like, am I fucking crazy? And they go, no, like, you know, the human brain works like
The
this. And
therapist's
I'm
voice
just
is
like,
crazy.
oh, bro, yeah, human brain this, human brain that. But I feel like going to church and just speaking to other males and women and just, you know, lessons that you learn through the word of God. And I'm so uneducated with it. But just the small stuff that I have heard and learned, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a switch that just flicks so much in my brain. And there's just like so much like clarity.
Yeah.
Compared to sitting with someone who's getting paid, you know, for me to be there and talking for an hour and I feel worse afterwards.
Yeah. It was having that
So-
opportunity for your brain to come up with organic stuff to talk about, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a time and a place for like counseling and psychology. Like I still go see a counselor now, and there's a massive movement called positive psychology. So it's not waiting for things to necessarily go wrong, but it's being proactive about it as opposed to reactive. So going and seeing someone and, you know,
Yeah.
getting ahead of things before, like staying well.
Yeah.
But there's just something about community, man. Like we're an interdependent species. We're meant to be
Be
with
around
people.
other people.
You know, and I think over time, this is probably one of the bad or the worst of things about social media and technology is we've lost that, right? Because in my own home, I can be connected.
Yeah.
But there's something about physically, like I remember reading in one textbook that something like 69% of communication is nonverbal.
Yeah.
So body languages, right? The cues,
Yeah.
the nods. right? The way that we sit,
Yeah,
like
you're
the way that
right.
we're actually mirroring
Body-
each other.
body language,
Yeah, look,
yeah.
we're mirroring each other right now. The way that we're
twins.
sitting.
Twins.
I'm just trying to present for you.
But see, that's what
Present
happens,
like a
right?
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bark.
No, you're right. You're right. Because as much as we try and convey emotion over text with
lost.
emojis and drawn out words, like I love you, baby. No.
100%.
Show me your
Stay away from my phone. Nah, you're right. Like being in person, there's something about it. Being around friends, like physically or partners or people in the community, is super beneficial.
For sure.
Yeah.
What's faith look like for you, bro?
But I don't believe in any of it, eh? But
Marrying,
I'm
yeah.
also
I've always been
self-admittedly
wrapped, bro.
like uneducated. You know, like if
Yeah.
I was to go there and like learn it and sit there, like you guys are talking about like denominations, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, me either, bro. Like I still don't even know. I
Yeah.
know Catholic and Reform. I don't. There's so many, right? I don't know.
Yeah, there is a lot.
Why is
Like I don't disagree with it. It's just like if you believe in it, that's dope. And if you don't, sweet.
What's that like?
just on the
Look
fence.
like a bloody heathen with all those tattoos.
Yeah, that's one of the things that you mentioned though was like when you said when you take a break from the church and you're sort of worried about going back because you don't want to like
Yeah.
you to be like, oh, look at you come crawling back.
Yeah.
But if church is this good community that's there to support
Uh-huh.
you and uplift you, and they're not supposed to judge, then who are you worried about being judged by?
That's the thing, though, because almost every time, if there's a church that's going to be like that, then it's probably not a good church. All the time, the churches are like, we'll welcome you with open arms, like Jesus Christ would welcome his enemies and foe that were trying to kill him or bring pain upon him. Like
Yeah, right.
Christians,
Something the mind does, it just plays these tricks like they're going to judge you. They're going
exactly.
to mock you.
Right.
It's just like if your father or whoever it may be in your family will always welcome you back into the family if you have a massive argument and stuff. But on the way back over, you're gonna have those thoughts like, oh, they're gonna be angry at me, until you get there
And you realize they're not. Yeah,
yeah.
right.
So it's just things in your mind that just like
Yeah, I think there's just a lot of contradiction with a lot of it, and for me,
Yeah.
I just can't see past it. I'm just like,
For sure.
like how's the bro that's smoking weed and doing all this like telling me I'm not allowed to like do X Y Z, but
yeah,
you're all,
Mm.
you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
and then they just say, oh, don't worry, I'll just repent for my sins when I get there.
Yeah.
It's like, well, where does that
Yeah.
line draw? Can I murder someone and be like, nah, it's all right. I'll talk to the big fella at the gates.
yeah. And that's that guilt, like I was talking about before, where like some people more than others will sort of come across as like a Christian, or they want to be close to God, and they're out slanging drugs or something. It's like, and they have Bible verses in their Instagram bios and stuff. It's like, bro, you're the biggest gangster in Brisbane or Sydney. So yeah, that's when it gets weird. But that's where that guilt comes from. Where like, if I go and have a night out and I get on the beers or whatever it may be, and then I'm thinking, man, I'm wasting my life. I'm embarrassed. This isn't what God wants of me. And then I get like real anxious and real weird, and like that's where that weird feeling comes from.
You know the hard thing, right? There's a difference between having the knowledge and executing the knowledge.
Right.
And I think because when we see people not executing the knowledge, we think that the knowledge is faulty.
Yeah,
It's like when you see a chubby PT,
yeah,
or when you see, but like you have coaches that coach teams to the Super Bowl and they've never won Super Bowls. They've never
yeah.
been good players. So you can have the knowledge
yeah,
and still not execute on it. It doesn't mean that the knowledge is faulty, right? Like you can go to business school and graduate and know everything, but you've never built a business. Does that mean you don't
Yeah.
know nothing?
yeah,
It's the execution.
Bro, you just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like a
yeah, yeah.
revelation
definitely.
for me right now. Like, shit, maybe I've been putting too much thought into like the messenger instead of the message.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like when I become really interested in it, because it was like a progressive thing over time, and I was kind of embarrassed. Like I eventually I had a massive. I don't even want to speak on it because it's not worth my time. And I took myself to church alone, and I felt weird because I didn't want to I didn't want any of my mates to sort of know I was going to church. It was this weird thing. I just knew that I needed to try and figure it out. And at first, I had this assumption that it was all this hocus pocus, like water and gold and weird things going on and rituals. And it's like, I just knew that if I strive to be a good Christian, then I'm just by default going to be a good person.
Yep.
I'm not going to want to be violent to anyone. I'm not going to want to, be bad to anyone.
But did you choose Christianity? Like, did you look at all the religions and then choose Christianity, or that's just the first one you locked in on and you just chose it?
No, I think like just because as a result of living in Australia, we kind of grow up Christian without
Mhm.
knowing it. Christmas,
Gotcha,
Easter. So
right.
I feel like
It was familiar.
subliminally, it was already ingrained that Christianity was the religion.
Right.
But I don't know enough about any of the religions like Christianity, Buddhism, Muslim.
I think that, like, for me, there's like a bunch of things that I might agree with something about Christianity. Like, yeah, I do agree with that, you know. And then I'll hear like something from the Quran or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I fuck with that too.
Yeah.
And it's like, can I just make like a hybrid one and just be following like?
Well,
Yeah.
the funny thing about Islam and Christianity is they're brothers, right? So they're both like the people who created, the initial part of Christianity. They're brothers.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So that's why there's so much overlap and things like
Gotcha.
that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I just wanted to know if you like researched into it and found what morals and that you aligned with, or you just went with like whatever was the most accessible.
No, and that's the thing. Like starting out, I was so confused, and I didn't have a playbook, and I didn't even know what church, denomination, whatever. I was trying to figure it out all myself, and that's like I guess, correct me if I'm wrong. The journey of like seeking faith is you're trying to figure it out. You shop around to different churches because the different denominations are like different spin-offs or interpretations that a group has ran with. Like, in the Bible it says this, it means this, and then they'll run with
okay.
that.
Yeah.
And then another denomination will be like, no, it quite literally means how it's wrote.
So
and
they're
you
all
must
reading
have
from
that.
the same book. They're just interpreting the.
Yeah.
Except Catholics have what's called like the Apocrypha, which is like extra books.
Okay.
But
Oh, right.
other Christian denominations don't view them as like
Valid.
not valid, but there's like a requirement to have certain books in the Bible and it needs to speak about certain things, and
Right.
they feel it doesn't meet that criteria. So
right.
they've just
Is there a huge difference between the New Testament and the Old Testament?
Yeah.
And do the people that follow the New Testament think less of those who follow the Old?
Nah, I think it's just interpretation and like relevance for context. So Old Testament is before Jesus's time, and
Okay.
there was a gap of like 400 years, and then New Testament comes, and like the first 4 books are written about Jesus's life, just from different viewpoints or different people.
Right. So do you learn about both as a Christian, or do you you chose to do you pick one? Does your church pick one to preach, or do they
All of it.
preach a bit of both?
Yeah,
Oh,
all
okay,
of it.
sweet. So it's not like you have to pick one and stick with it.
Yeah.
I know it's all new to me. Eh?
Yeah, and like I don't understand a lot of it too. When I learnt the Old Testament was pre-Jesus, New Testament after Jesus. A lot of the books are people recounting on who he was, what acts he did, sort of thing. Like trying to like verify that he was a real person and he did like great things and he's the Holy Spirit and stuff like that. And what the Old Testament is Christians before Jesus or the Israelites?
Yeah.
Or
So like 10 Commandments, those types of old Moses.
I only know the Biggie Small song, bro. I'll be honest. 10 crack
1,
commandments.
2, 3, 4,
crack
5,
Yeah,
6, 7,
yeah, the 10
8,
crack
9.
commandments. That's my Jesus. No.
Oh, let's speak
That
about
slaps though. That's
let's speak about your childhood because we all sort of grew up in the same neck of the woods.
I was like, speaking of crack commandments, let's
Me
talk about your childhood. Nice segue, bro.
Nah, like firstly, what's your Nasho?
PNG Aussie. So I was born over in PNG. My mum's from PNG,
Yeah,
and my dad's Aussie. And
yeah, right.
and the way they met is my dad used to work in the mines in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And on holidays they'd pop over to PNG and
Yeah, right.
go ball out.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
met my mum at the
Get
yacht
on the
club.
beetle nut.
Yeah,
Get
man.
on the
yeah,
beetle
yeah,
nut.
yeah.
That shit's good.
Oh,
to
we should
go.
have brought some. Yeah, man. So lived there for a couple of years, then we moved up to Cairns, and my dad was still working there. And yeah, I guess it was pretty tough for my mum, bro. Like,
Yeah.
she was the first here from her family,
Right.
and trying to assimilate on her own with like heaps of money, and my dad not there. She ended up,
When did your dad leave the picture?
remember, like, I don't even know, like 5 or 6.
Right. And your mum just thugged it out in Australia. She didn't go back.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man,
That's
we were,
tough.
we were
Good
here,
on
bro.
her.
We were in school and stuff, and yeah, we moved down to Logan, and yeah, that was cooked, bro.
Yeah.
Like I remember this dude's older brother.
Tell me what year you got to. How old were you when you got to Logan and you started school there with me?
With
us?
me.
With me. Yes, school with me. No, with
Well,
both.
This is one-on-one school. Eh?
Was it year 1 or like you come later on?
prep.
Prep. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, because
prep.
I only ever remembered you there like all of my schooling. Sort of thing.
Well, I remember a bit about this dude, but I remember my older cousins used to hate his brother.
Bro,
And
who
they
were
used
they?
to-
Who were they?
I can't say.
You can't say it. Nah.
Yeah, right.
Bro, I
And they
feel
just used to beef, eh? Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, what's going on, bro?
like,
So yeah, that's what I remember.
fuck, I'll be beefing with my older brother too.
Yeah, man. So I lived that Logan life, single mom. She was working like heaps of jobs. You know that tagged up house on Jewish Street?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we grew up in that house.
Oh, that was your house.
Yeah. Lived
Yeah.
there
Bro, that's
for
been
a
like
bit.
abandoned for like 10 years now. Longer.
A lot longer than that, bro.
Down halfway towards
Yeah, down near the shop.
Everyone knows their house, bro.
yeah.
Come on.
Bro, that was your childhood.
Yeah.
Bro.
Down there, the one next to small units.
The one with the meth lab that's got a Yeah, and then I guess we went to Marston, bro, and we ended up moving out to Marston Ways, and yeah, man, I don't know, I just had like this weird exposure to everything. Hey, like from a young age, I was a good speaker, like learned instruments and stuff like that. Then
What instrument did you play?
I played drums and bass, bro.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
At least it's a cool instrument. If bro was like, yeah, violin and flute.
Oh, I used to play violin.
Oh, come on, man.
I smashed
fellas
it
at the
too,
church,
bro.
like-
I killed it, man. And yeah, just life's just been a bit of exposure to everything, hey, and it's given me like a smorgasbord of everything. And I think there's a big one is people are like, I don't know what I want.
Yeah.
But I think a big thing for me is I do know what I don't want.
Yeah.
So I work off
fucking
that.
relate to that.
Bro, that's something that's like driven me my whole life, right? Because the way we all sort of grew up, we have like definite things that we all don't want to end up like, right?
Yeah,
Where a lot of people can just fall into that life because they've never seen it growing up and the detriment that it can have on friends, family, yourself.
And they become curious about it.
Right. And then they've just slip into that life and they say, well, like, woe is me. I didn't really like know what I was getting into and stuff. And which is hard, but I feel like, growing up around certain things, I'm just like, fuck, I'm going to end up like that. You can either go two ways. You can
I
either
was
end
about
up
to say that,
exactly like them or you can end up the exact opposite
For
or
sure.
strive to be the exact
And those are the
opposite.
woe is me even of that. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I only
Oh,
turned
I
out
hate
like this.
victims,
Yeah,
so,
bro. Like,
come
you know, my dad did it and his daddy did it. Like, bro, fucking grow
that
up.
pisses me off.
Man, we all got reasons, bro. Like,
Yeah.
just see this. And this is what was hard for me when I was like involved with like church leadership, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the stuff that I was encouraging people or supporting people to do, I don't necessarily relate to that myself. Like, oh man, I stuffed up. I said, it's all good, bro. We'll get it right next time. But if it was me telling me, I was like, bro, shut up and get it done, man. Like, who
bro.
cares if you don't feel like it? If it's this, if it's that, just shut up, bro. So
And-
that was tough, hey.
Yeah.
Because I understand the extent of grace, but I tend not to really give myself any grace. 'Cause it's like, you should know better, bro.
100%.
And you are human, but whatever.
It's like I'm the first person to speak a certain way to someone if they're going through it and whatnot. But if I'm in that position,
Way
I
different.
would expect someone to be like, pull your fucking head in, or tell myself, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where if it's anyone else, it's like, bro, these things happen, bro. Like, it's all good,
That's
But
strange, eh?
it's very strange.
Yeah.
But in your experience speaking with people, like guiding members of the church or just anything in life, does it take like a bit of emotional intelligence to kind of understand their life and to be able to speak to them a certain way to get through to them? Where if it's other people, you can be like, oi, switch on.
Yeah, you've got
And
that.
it will just get on.
Yeah, for sure. You've got like that therapeutic relationship and sort of like the nuance, right? And
Yeah.
I guess the definition of apathy, empathy, and sympathy is apathy. You don't care at all. Like someone's in a hole, it's like, oh, that sucks. You there.
Yeah.
Or apathy is like they're in the hole and you just walk past. You don't care. Sympathy is like you're standing from outside the hole. You're looking down. It's like, oh, it sucks that you're in that position.
Yeah.
And empathy is like, let me climb down into the hole with you and be with you while you're in the hole.
Yeah, right.
So, it's that empathy of just going in there and forgetting what it is that, like your perspective, what you think,
shit.
and just be like, all right, tell me what's going on for you.
Yeah.
And what they say, that's what it is. You don't go back. You listen to understand, not to respond.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, I'm so stupid. And it's like, yeah, you are stupid. Like, nah, that's not.
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, man, like it's cool. We can figure this out.
So with the people with addictions, do you find like the way that you convey messages to them being different to the way that you would like generally speak to somebody that's going through mental health issues?
Yeah, because man, mental health is so pervasive, bro. Like 24/7, and I guess I felt really defeated with it because people live with that like long term, and it's really hard to do tangible measures to support like schizophrenia or like depression. Whereas with drug addiction, there's actually things that you can do, right?
Right. Okay.
Like, you know, you can go to the doctor, you can get your Valium, you can go to the chemist and, you know, get your vitamin B. Then you can check yourself into the rehab, and you know they'll help detox you. And there's like literal things you can do.
Right.
How are you supposed to support someone when they're just hearing voices in their head 24/7?
Right. And I
Yeah,
guess
like-
it'd be so sensitive. Like you'd have to speak to them so like
Yeah,
It's tough,
and
man.
there's no
Empathetic.
saying like you're safe. No one's in the ceiling. You can't tell them what they're like. No, fucking someone's in the ceiling right now. I can hear
Yeah.
him. So that would be so hard.
Oh, it's tough, man. And
It's like, I'll get up there and I'll
I'll have a
go
look.
around the roof cavity if you want.
It's you.
No, but see, but with the
Stop
addicts,
banging. Stop banging.
but surely with the addicts, you can just be like, pull your fucking head in, bro. Like you don't need the pipe, bro. Like, but then when somebody's like, you know, mental health issues, you got to be like, oh, it's okay, you'll get through it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good thing that you explain like apathy, sympathy.
Yep.
Go on.
Yep.
You're doing
And
great.
empathy,
You're
right?
Spell it out. Spell it out.
You're doing great.
It's good that you explain it because sometimes I feel like I can be empathetic for someone, but if they continue to do that same thing, then it's like,
We
nah,
both can't sit like this.
what's that?
We both can't sit like this. Bro's mirroring me now. Stop it, bro.
The
Nah,
man's an empath.
It's like it gets to a point where that I can be like very blunt, and I could
Yeah.
probably come across as being a shit person. But it's
You
like,
have to, man. You gotta have boundaries for yourself.
yeah, and that's when it's like, you can, do I need to go easier on them, sort of thing, or
Bro, you mentioned there being a bit of like, you know, some things that you want to do in the cinematography world that may go against your morals or your oath to
Just
Christianity.
talking about porn.
Yeah, right. Have there been any weird requests that you've gotten that like have challenged your faith?
Not challenge my faith, but like I don't shoot nudity.
Okay.
So I've had like requests, like, can you do my OF content? Or like, can you shoot this for me? Or like when I was down in Melbourne and we were doing those shoots, like some of them eventuated as like see-through tops or stuff like that. So I just stepped out of the
Oh,
room.
you won't do it.
Nah, man.
That's pretty staunch, because
I would
Some-
just up the price.
that's what I mean. That's
Double
why,
the
bro,
price.
You're
Like-
just like fleshly desires, bro. Earthly desires.
Nah, I'll just be like, look,
See what
I don't-
happens when you don't stand for nothing, bro. You'll fall for anything.
no,
bro.
Nah, I'll be like, look, I usually do 500, but if you want me to do this, it'd be 1,000.
Bro, that would be hard for someone that like in that industry where it's very lucrative if you go down that
Yeah.
route, right?
Yeah.
Why bust your ass for $350 a week when you can do $350, a scene?
Well,
Well,
like,
that's like
there's a scripture in Matthew. It's like, what is it if a man gains the world but loses his soul?
Damn.
It's just money, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm good. Like
You're gonna
I got a roof
survive.
over- yeah. Like
You know?
I don't need it that much to where I'm willing to compromise on.
Right.
yeah.
You know,
Early on in your career, though, like when gigs were hard to come by.
nah, because I started out like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but now like I know heaps of people who do like that type of stuff. It's there's
Yeah.
it's trading water
Uh-huh.
carefully. Hey, but even like bikini shoots on the beach, I'm like, God, is this sinful?
Dude, that's pretty staunch that you can like clock it in real time and just turn around and walk. Like if
Money comes, the money
yeah,
goes,
do you know what I
brother.
mean? Like that's a pretty staunch thing to do.
Because I don't really care about how I'm perceived. Like you see me take the piss online, like
Yeah,
everything's
yeah, yeah.
satirical, bro. I don't take
Yeah.
nothing serious. But there are a select few people whose opinions I do care, and that holds
Yeah.
weight. Like for me, people know me as like GameDog. Some people I've known for ages, they don't even know my name,
Right.
and that's cool
Yeah,
because you don't need
right.
to know my name. You just need
But
to
they
know
all
my
know
what.
it now. Nah, where did that out?
Cut it, editor, cut it out. But but what you need to know about me is GameDog, what I do, and how to send payment.
Yeah.
That's what you need. I'm your videographer and photographer. That's cool, and that's what it is. Like I don't want to get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Cool. I got 3 kids. Cool. You happy now that you know that?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have 3 kids.
I was gonna say, bro, you got what the fuck did that happen, bro?
Big Daddy.
Bro.
But just stuff like that. Like I like to keep business
Yeah.
and personal separate.
and that's like being very professional as well. You know what I mean? Because
I'm
if you
super
if you
professional,
start
bro.
You're not.
no, like if you start like blurring lines and crossing boundaries or letting other people
Yeah.
cross boundaries, and then it gets really weird, and you're probably like not seen as professional.
For
sort of thing.
sure.
So where did the love for like cinematography come from? I know you saw the Jaden Lang video and you just booked a trip, bought a camera, but surely there was some sort of interest in it before.
Movies? You like movies growing up?
Nah, not really. I think I like taking photos and like capturing the moment, but I never really sort of got into it. But I started seeing like reels, like
Yep.
5-10 second reels of just people like just holding the camera still in like some destination.
Right.
And I was like, that's pretty gangster, man. And then I think it was from there, that first instance, when I devote myself to something, I want to be the best at it.
Yeah.
So I didn't necessarily want to be the best at the start, but because I'd put my foot in and dipped it in, I was like,
Just all
okay,
in.
yeah, we're
all or
gonna run
nothing.
it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where it formed. Like I just wanted to travel the world for free, and this year I did a wedding in South Africa. Panasonic sent me to Japan in January.
Damn.
Um,
You use Panasonic cameras or lenses or?
Nah, they sent me with the camera.
Okay.
Like I use Sony for my stuff.
Yeah.
Like I
So how does a contact like that happen? How do you just get sent over there by Panasonic?
provide value, bro. Like
They hit you up, but they just find you.
it was pretty strategic. Hey, on my behalf, I was looking for like my next big camera after I graduated from my ZV-E10.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And I was looking
start somewhere.
Yeah, I was looking for my first full frame camera, and I went through. I looked at like Canon's Instagram, Sony's Instagram, and I checked out Panasonic's, and they had like a real low following.
Yeah. Right.
And I was like, well, there might be something that we can work in. So I bought the camera, and I just started like plugging it, tagging it,
Yeah.
and I seen that they had like a gap missing for the car market. Like they sort of did like mostly travel and lifestyle stuff, but they never really highlighted it. So I messaged them. I was like, hey, I've got a lot of contacts in the car scene. Would you like to put together a meet? I can organize everything. You guys just bring your crew, bring your gear, and we'll run it. And they're like, oh, really? Would you do that? Do you want to jump on a call? I was like, yeah, I do want to jump on a call.
Yeah.
So because I didn't have a lot of motion at the time, I had some mates with like 20,000 following, 15,000 following. I said, these guys will headline your event for you and I'll just manage it.
Yeah.
So I got them to put their name to it. So I'd already done that. And that was sort of their buy-in. And then I went to these guys. It's like, oh, Panasonic wants to do an event. So I'm just like stringing
Connecting
it.
the dots.
Yeah, stringing it. And it worked out, man. And then
You made something happen.
yeah.
that's
So we
good.
did an event last year. Like we had Shannon's Insurance. We had their warehouse. We packed it out. They brought up their team, their gear, and they flew me down to Sydney in November for a workshop. And then they asked me, how much do you want to be paid? I was like, no, it's cool. Just pay my flights. I'll bank that for later. And then in December, I was like, okay, I want to go to Tokyo Auto Salon. I put together like a portfolio pitch.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, keen.
Yeah. And they
Nice.
paid
That's
for
Yeah,
everything to
yeah,
Japan.
man. Yeah.
That's wicked.
Yeah, so it was sick, bro. It was my first time flying business class. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's sick.
I think there's just so much opportunity in this world, and you have to really seek it out and look for it. But what people get lost in is because it's not right there in front of them in the specific package that they want, that they're like, oh, that must not be the opportunity for me. It's like, no, you just got to like,
dig around and find it.
on my bucket list for this year was I wanted to go to Africa, right? And I didn't get to go to like Kenya or like Namibia and do a safari. But I got to go to South Africa and I got to do a day safari.
Yeah.
So while it not be the same thing, and while it's not me going over there for wildlife, I'm still going over there for a wedding to shoot and then doing those types of things. So things come out about in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have that intention at all, you might have missed that opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy that before you spoke about how like earning more money and at the end of the day don't fold on things that don't morally align with you for extra money. It's just money. And like you just said, some people like want things in front of them where you can always find money. There's always going to be ways to create money. Just like you said, you didn't have any contacts with Panasonic and stuff like that, but like you made it happen. So there is always a way. It's just like whether you're willing to find that way and create that.
Gotta be
that
resilient.
sort of money,
Resourceful too. Yeah.
Mm.
which is it's a pretty crazy feat.
I want to hear about your biggest fail though. Like you went out to
Most
a wedding.
embarrassing moment.
Now, you were
Nothing's
supposed
working.
to film it. All. You forgot he proposed and you didn't have the camera on yet.
The camera was facing you.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
You shot the whole wedding.
Man, probably my biggest fail that really disheartened me was my first wedding. Hey,
yeah. Tell me about it.
yeah, oh, dude, like I put my heart and soul into it, and I just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
I just wasn't ready for it. I went there and I shot it, and I thought I did an alright job, but I sent them the link to their folder, and they just left it on red.
Oh.
So 1 day, 2 day, and I get this message. They're like, "Hey, we're not happy with this." and my heart just sunk. It's just like,
Because you thought
There's
you were
nothing to
like
do
you
at
were
that
killing it.
yeah, I thought it was sick, man.
Yeah.
And they're just like, this is not what we imagined. And I was just like, guys, I'm so sorry. But, you know, we worked out a way where I was just like, okay, I can get you the raw footage if you want to get someone else to edit it or, you know, do
Yeah.
it. And they were happy with that. And
Do you know what the actual problem was? Was it the editing?
I don't know,
Just-
bro.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. So I try not to shoot for like friends and stuff if I can
Yeah. Oh,
get
yeah.
away with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just money's too many lines, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely.
Man,
Any like
when this guy calls in sick, he's like,
Yeah.
what can you do? He's my mate. He's my mate. He's working with
just one time, just one time. Just one
one.
time. Once.
He's got that on his every 6 days.
Every time we take a day off, like, dude, fucking add another one.
Doing these sort of events, weddings, do you ever find yourself in like awkward situations? Do you ever feel like
The bridesmaids hitting you
embarrassed?
up.
Like if you're up on a stage and you're trying to take that shot and you're in front of a lot of people, or do you ever feel like,
You just got to push through it, bro.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just,
You're always going to feel a certain type
Yeah.
of way about stuff, but it's
yeah,
just,
definitely.
Surely it's not embarrassing. Like, I'm paid to be here, bro.
Yeah. I'm just a
looking at-
photographer.
yeah.
No one's looking at me. They're
Everyone
looking at
knows
the
what a
bride and groom,
photographer
bro.
does, eh? Like,
yeah, but if you're like sweating and fat and stuff,
Shaking the camera. You said that you shot that what was it, Nationals down in Melbourne. What was that jump from doing just clients in the gym or whatever sort of content for regular people to being at like a big event like that? What was that? What was the jump there? Was it challenging?
nah, it's the same thing, bro. 'Cause, you know, I guess for me, I'm always trying to prove myself.
Yeah.
Like with every shoot that I do, like I want it to be good, and I just felt like, yeah, cool. This is just another day in the office, just trying to be the best and trying to. I guess I went down, not in like a negative, egotistical way, but I just wanted to get down. Like, I'll pump every single one of your media dudes down here, right?
Yeah.
I love that mindset. Eh? I love
Yeah,
that
that's
mindset.
sick.
I was just like, hey man, I'm here to come down and bro,
Yeah.
they're killers. They'll crush me, but I was just, nah man, I'm coming down.
Yeah, that's the
Say what's
mindset to have. Game dog.
Bro, he lives and breathes
Yeah.
it, eh?
Try to, bro.
But so when you're at an event like that, you're rubbing shoulders with the contestants, like the athletes and stuff,
Yeah,
and talking
yeah.
to them.
Yeah, man, you know what's mad? It's like I had to wear the IFBB gear, so I couldn't wear my Game Dog gear, but it's mad to have people still show love and be like, Game Dog. You
Yeah.
know, like I was like, yeah, that's sick. This is gangster.
Yeah.
Or like I'd introduce myself and they're like, I know who you are. And I was like, yeah, because you're big time and that means a lot to me.
yeah.
So just stuff like that is sick, man. Just getting to, we had a few Queensland people down there, so it's good to have like a bunch of people that I could just kick it with, but
Yep.
then also some others, you know, where you talk to online or things like that, hadn't seen in a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have any interest in like more slower paced things? Like
Yeah, dude, I'd love to go to like a third world country and do like mini docos or documentaries on like human trafficking. or,
Yeah,
like,
bro.
you want to get in the thick of it, eh?
Get in
Like
that
go there.
really
and-
you remember
Yeah.
Ross Kemp, bro?
Bro, Ross Kemp from
Yeah.
Vice.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
from
yeah.
Vice?
Nah, it's before
No,
Vice,
before
bro.
that. Bro, he's a sick journalist.
Yeah,
Shit like that when you're putting yourself in like literal danger. Like if something happens.
gives me a thrill, eh?
Those are like
That'll be
those are those images that are hard to capture because no one is in that environment
yeah,
capturing
yeah.
them.
Like I'd love to go meet Kim Jong.
That'll be hectic.
I'll be the next
Bro,
Rodman, bro.
Putin or something?
Yeah,
That
man.
would
Like
be
I just
sick.
love
Bro, I
to go
love-
kick it, bro.
I love how I was like, do you want to do like more slow paced stuff? He's like, yeah, bro, just
Just
go
go
straight
Kim
to
Jong.
Afghanistan.
Straight
I'll go straight to Israel.
Put me in Iraq. Put
Bro,
me
it's
in
like, that's not
Saudi.
slow.
Sorry, you're
brother.
right. You're right. My bad. My
Nah, I
bad.
thought like I meant more like you know, some Netflix type shit.
Nah, it's boring, bro.
Yeah.
Surely
Can
it's
you
worth it.
appreciate like movie making
Oh,
and
definitely.
that sort of stuff? Yeah.
Definitely. I think you learn that as like a musician, like to have an appreciation for different genres that are outside of your genre.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can definitely see like that's not my.
Fuck this bloke. He still hates country.
Oh, yeah, I hate
Still
everything
hates
that's not
country,
rap.
bro.
Yeah, but you can have an appreciation.
Yeah,
for it,
But do you
know?
think it ruins it though? Like me, I edit very basic stuff. This podcast, a couple of TikTok things. But now when I watch other TikToks, I'm like, oh, I didn't color grade it right. It's like I'm just being nitpicky, eh?
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
and
that's
surely
gonna happen.
on your level, it's like you go to like the cinema, you're watching a movie, he's like, I would have done a different angle.
Bro, he's probably thinking
Man.
that about our stuff.
Oh, 100%, bro. He dissed
He's
our
thinking
cameras.
that about you.
Don't have time to be going to the cinemas, bro. Working in podcasting.
Oh.
Oh, where do you see Game Dog in like 5 years? You said that you had a vision board for like 48 years.
Yeah.
What's the
that's it, eh?
5-year vision board look like? Get over to Olympia. Sure.
Shoot the Mr. Olympia.
Hell yeah.
Get to Saudi for boxing.
Yeah. What's happening in boxing? Who's that oil sheik or whatnot?
Turkey Alice Sheik.
He's
Shout out.
Shout him out.
Shout out, yeah.
Got to make the
If you need
connections,
a media plug, GameDog's your man.
Man, the guy's just got money, bro. And
He's setting up
he
some
likes
of,
fighting.
some of the craziest fights.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. Like, that's definitely the destination that I want to get over with.
Yeah.
Had one of my fighters signed to Jake Paul.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And she just fought last week and she pumped.
Yeah,
her,
that's
Desley Robinson.
Yeah, you've been like training with her. She smokes you in the
I'll
gym,
pump
eh?
her.
She smokes you, bro.
I'll pump.
Yeah, I seen the highlight that maybe you've probably shared of hers.
Oh,
yeah,
pumped her, bro.
No, she smoked the old love.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did real well.
Yeah. So shout out Des on your win.
Yeah. And she's signed to Jake Paul now.
She is. Yeah, she's signed to Jake Paul.
Damn.
She's pretty gangster.
What does that look like? She flies over to the States or
Yeah. So she flew over to San Padre, Texas.
Yep.
Hopefully they get her on some of the bigger cards, and yeah, the rest will be history, man. She's a 2-time world champion at the moment. She's looking for unification, which is four belts, undisputed.
Surely she calls you up when she needs a media guy over there in the States, eh?
To be confirmed.
To be
Hey.
Maybe that's
We'll
a
leave it at
5-year
that.
plan.
Yeah, I just want to travel, like
Yeah.
man. Ideally, bro, 5 years time, like a different country every month.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Like that'd just be sick, man. Just put up some dates, how I'll be here, and then just get booked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. If I could shoot one thing for the rest of my life, I'd just shoot animals. I don't know where it comes from, bro. But
Yeah.
it's just
Like, dude, I love like watching the videos where they set up those like little hidey boxes and they sit there, little hidey boxes.
Bro's on the nature
in the,
channel.
you were in the army, bro. You don't know what.
Nah, like we
Wow, this guy was a desk jockey.
nah, like they hide in these little things for like days at a time, like as if you're a sniper just sitting there waiting to take that one shot.
Wait,
Now
They
he's
just-
trying to use the terminology
Wait,
now.
yeah, like in the OP,
Wait, they just
set up an esh up in the.
are they actually in there themselves? But I thought
Bro,
they just
they
left the
just-
camera there for a couple of days, come back and see what we got.
Who's taking the photo when
Still frames from the video.
Oh, big editor, this
No,
guy.
yeah. Well, the color grading of the I could tell by the ISO. Surely they just like stick a GoPro there and check it in a week, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they? I'm
No,
sure.
I'm sure not. David Attenborough's like hiding in a hidey
Yeah,
box
I've
Oh,
seen
that
some
old
with,
dude.
They're like
with his Panasonic.
some of them,
We love cars too.
some of them are all like cammed up and they're just sitting there, like just waiting for some rare squirrel to come up and feed on the.
But how do they
specific
know?
Flower.
Like, imagine how many times bros like put that specific flower there, got in his gear, sat there for a week, and like
Yeah.
all just common squirrels ate it.
That's why the
You'd be like,
shot.
fuck, put in
That-
another acorn.
I guess that's what
it
makes the
wouldn't
shot
work
so precious.
Damn, all these black squirrels.
Yeah. Oh, real.
Color grade it to the color of
Don't
the other
start saying
squirrel.
color
Where's
grading.
the
Don't start saying color grade. Go back to your hidey boxes, bro. Stick to the fucking waterfalls you used to, bro.
Are you a good shot, bro?
Am I a good shot?
Yeah.
Oh, with a camera? Or, nah. I mean, at first I wasn't. At first, though, I wasn't. Like, I used a few air rifles growing up, and I feel like that helped when I got in. But then I feel like the first few range days you go to when you join, you're real nervous. Usually you have someone breathing over your neck, telling you to do all the combat behaviors in between shooting, because there's
yeah.
much more than just like putting rounds on target that you have to do, like making sure you're in cover and making sure you're doing all the correct like admin top-ups and reloads and stuff like that. So I'm just there like, I've got to do this one drill and then like come out of cover and hit a shot at 200 or 300 meters, and I was missing like a lot of the shots. But then over time, it's just like muscle memory.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the way they train you is really really methodical to the point where you are just doing it after a few years, and then you can really just focus on like your accuracy and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Bro, I saw your video with the clay shooting down and like, where was that at?
bro, that's
Byron,
like
New
buckshot
Zealand,
though.
Queenstown.
Is it buckshot?
No idea, bro.
Nah.
Bro, that was
I just
some
put the targets.
precision.
Just hit
Yeah.
them, bro.
Is that your first time? Nah.
Nah,
Yeah.
that was pretty sick though.
That was my first time shooting.
No way. It was like 5 for 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I've
First time.
always thought that too, like those clay pigeon things. I want to like have a go, see how it is. 'Cause
Have you never
some of
done
them-
Nah, it's sweet, man.
Some of them come out so fast, and it's like, wow, how do you hit
Yeah,
that?
this guy had aimbot, bro. It was bullshit.
Yeah.
Sensitivity
those,
9.
those little games at the Eka, there was some down at like some carnivals in Adelaide where it's like the steel ducks
Yeah.
and the little air rifles, bro. I always go to them because it's like you got to hit 3 ducks in a row and then you get like a big teddy bear. It's like guaranteed that I'm getting a big teddy bear because everyone else is like the ball in the bucket that always bounces out.
Oh yeah.
He goes there. He's like, "Are you sure you want to let me play? Because I'm in the army."
Yeah, he tells me.
Do you know
He
I'm
announces
gives him
it
a
all the time.
disclaimer.
Bro, we can't even go to Starbucks, bro, about him saying
Bro,
that.
I don't like talking about it to random people.
Do you have a
unless they
veterans
ask.
You're a liar.
discount? Do you have a veterans discount?
I'm wearing my DCAC, bro. I'm wearing my ID card on
Bro,
my chest.
you say you don't like talking about it in front of randoms.
He gets
We
the
do this
salute.
podcast every week, bro.
Bro, you fucking asked. But there was only one time I'm just there like shooting. But before I even load it, he goes, "Are you in the army?" And I'm
No
like,
way.
"Oh."
He didn't just look at you and say that.
Bro, he
He
did.
could tell by my
No.
posture.
Because you're wearing your uniform, cunt. You wore it to the Eka, bro.
Yeah, no, because I did post up in like this modified Weaver, the stance that they train you in. And I just like posted up in that. And he said something like, "What unit were you at?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm still at blah, 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 blah."
Admin.
I'm in the warehouse.
The truck
I'm in the
unit.
forks, bro.
I just feel the trucks on the field.
I just feel the trucks, bro.
Oh, what does the stance look like? Recreate it with your feet.
Nah, it's just, well, nah.
Nah, I don't like talking about it in randoms. Anyway, the stance is like, bro, he asked you if you're a good shot and you were like talking about combat commandments. You're like, yeah, well, this is.
Combat crack
go.
commandments.
Hey, you got a commandment right now,
No,
bro.
it's
Post
just like
up.
taking a good shot. There's everything with a camera. There's everything other than taking that shot that
got all
matters.
those analogies,
See, bro?
though.
Yeah.
See, bro?
Right. It's like going
It's
into
everything
the
leading
hole.
up to putting rounds on target that matters. You know, bro? Wouldn't last a day.
I remember I went shooting in the Philippines, and like it was just a handgun, bro.
Yeah? You're
And I
shooting it
felt so-
sideways like gangster?
Yeah, I held it
Freeze,
sideways.
freeze, monkey.
Nah, but the
Freeze, monkey.
nah, bro, and like he
The
told
boys
me,
in the
bro, bro, what do we have to yell out? Maybe he's like, before you shoot, you have to yell out like, firing. Yeah, that's what I was yelling. No, and he's like, every time before you shot, you have to yell out firing, bro. And that was
Yeah.
the gayest shit ever. Do you have to do stuff like that in the army?
Yeah, when we fire out the missile that used to be in service.
The missile, like an actual big missile.
Yeah, it's like it's
It's a little bit different than my handgun, cunt.
No, there's like commands that you yell out with everything. Even our mutual friend who's on the gun line, million commands that they have to follow and yell out, and it's just all about safety and stuff like that.
He sent me a photo yesterday. He's out on the concrete on the ground. He's like,
Yeah.
"How's your Thursday night?" And they're
Yeah.
all drilling. I was a poor bastard.
Yeah. Oh, he's a weapon too, that bloke as well. But like, yeah, there are things like you have to say random stuff, and you have to scream at the top of your lungs so everyone else can hear you, so that they.
Yeah, I was the only bloke in the firing range, guy.
Yeah.
It's like just me and the dude. It's
So
like,
it does feel weird, but like it's just part and parcel.
it's like, bro, you know I'm firing, bro. You just loaded the gun.
It would look
I don't got to keep screaming it, bro.
It would look less. It would look more weird if you weren't doing it and everyone else was doing it. You would look like you're either incompetent.
But
or
he's
not
by
confident.
himself.
Yeah.
So this guy's just listening to respond, not to understand. No empathy.
You wouldn't pass the ministry course, bro. 100%. There's no way.
What did you fire? What did you shoot over there?
Nah, don't try to be interested in anything
Yeah.
else.
Nah, because like when I grabbed the gun, he asked me, he's like, "What platoon are you in?"
Oh yeah.
'Cause of my
Could you tell by the
my
stance?
stance, yeah.
Yeah. He asked you what biker club you're in. 'Cause your tattoos
Nah, bro,
go.
I grabbed,
Third Reich. Third Reich.
I missed the joke. I missed the joke. I'm just gonna sit here
Yeah, you
and
just
think
un-
about my
just
decision.
uneducated.
Emmett said Third Reich.
Yeah, it's a reference to like German Nazis because you're skinhead. Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, that wraps up the
Ah,
podcast.
really?
Only know if you
There
know.
goes the
Ruined it.
YouTube monetization. Panasonic. We need money.
We're into cars too. Wait, speaking about cars, there was a while that you were in the car scene around the area as well. Like,
Yeah, you had that Tarago?
Still got it, baby.
Yeah.
when you're getting around, I remember when I was a teenager, I saw you with like an S13 Sylvia, and I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, my brother's
How,
S13.
how does he?
Oh, he was just driving it like it was his.
Yeah.
Nah, I never got to drive. Someone bricked it, Someone threw
Really?
a cinder block through the back, bro.
Oh,
What?
So we lived on the main road, man.
Jewish Street.
Nah, on Browns Plains Road.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Why? Just be an idiot.
Don't know,
Jealous,
bro.
bro.
Don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, got into cars for a bit. Got a Skyline. It's broken at the
Yeah.
moment, so it's a bit
Yeah.
of a touchy topic.
The one you were driving the other
Touchy
week.
topic.
Yeah, it was a throwback.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Tell us about the supplements that you dropped off.
Thank
What
you.
is it? Some potent
got
ass
here? What have we got
pre-workout. Because I've seen you posting up about it. Revenge.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Revenge.
Revenge
High
high
sim.
stimulant pre-workout. Is this stuff like if I take it, am I going to be able to sleep tonight?
Take it right now.
Hang on, I'm doing a live review. I'm gonna get me
Yeah.
some water.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
both try it.
So tell me about this though. Is this something? Is this a venture that you started? Or?
Nah. So this is my mate's brand, but I work alongside them.
Yep.
Trying to get things off the ground. So they have what's called Ascend Performance, which is like the mother company or the sister company. Right, that's mostly like CrossFit aimed and targeted, but this RVNGE is bodybuilding specific. So it's hardcore, clinically dosed, 400 milligrams of caffeine.
Ooh,
Fuck.
yeah.
Now we're talking, bro. Now
Yeah.
we're
I'm
talking.
going to be bugging. So where we can find it, where we can buy it from?
Ascendperformance.com, or you can find it at your local gym. If your gym doesn't have it, send us a message on Instagram, revenge.subs, and we'll make sure that your gym stocks it. Love.
That's what's up.
Damn.
All right.
Damn,
Taste this shit.
We're still one of those challenges, man, where we all bop through to the gym and we just stand in the circle and we just do body shots until the last man standing.
Yeah, I'll be the cameraman for that one.
After a ton of like pre-workout.
Yeah. I know nothing about boxing, but I would love to get into it. But yeah,
We're
we
just
can-
gonna
we can
punch
go
each
hard.
other. You guys will punch each other. I'll watch.
Right, this
No, you
flavor.
join in. I'm gonna punch it back.
Reminds me of like red frogs, eh? Red sour straps. Is that the flavor?
Red sour straps.
Yeah, this shit's fire.
It is very.
What
sour.
other flavors do you have?
It is very sour. It tastes good.
Well, I don't even know what other flavors we have, but we do have like a non-stim pump
Yeah.
formula, and
Yep.
there's a flavor called pump apple, which is pineapple flavor.
Yeah.
That's the one I'll plug because that's the one I actually care about the most. To me, that's
Yeah.
what I love.
Nice, bro. We also have a gift for you, bro.
Oh, thanks, boys.
Oh.
Thank you for coming onto the podcast. We can't let
Thank
you
you so
leave
much.
empty-handed, brother.
Wow, bag of
Just
coke.
yeah.
You know I'm Christian.
Nah, man, we appreciate your time today. Thank you for coming on the podcast, bro. Let them know where they can find you.
Hey, you can find me at GameDog.media on Instagram. Shout out to my sponsors, G-Sus, Bosco Boxing Equipment, and Revenge Subs. Don't know where to get them? Jump on my page. You'll find that. Love.